So after barely surviving the brutal first winter here in ASKA, spring has finally arrived. Welcome to episode 6 in our little ASKA series. I am so excited for spring to finally be here and not freezing to death constantly. It's just, it's just the best. So far we have 8 villages and they are all housed, but we do not have any more rooms, so I will be putting up an extra cottage for the next ones to arrive, and I think we're gonna place it kinda near here because we have these two, so I was hoping we could squeeze another cottage in the back behind these, but let's just see if that's gonna look like an option at all. No, it won't be. Okay, I was kind of hoping. That's not an option. Okay, unless we chop down some trees, and that is again not really something we can do right now. So maybe we should actually just place it over here instead, so we have this road and then there are cottages. Is that plural? Many more cottages or something on either side of the road. At least that's what we're going with. Last time we also started building the warehouse, which I am really hyped for. Because it's just gonna be so much better to have a villager taking care of all the crap that's on the ground constantly. I do want to go out and explore a little bit because we haven't really explored the map at all. So my plan is to basically just run back to the shipwreck and take it from there, but I will be doing that in the morning because it's just a little bit more fun to go exploring in the morning or in the daytime where we can see a little bit more what we're doing. So unless something super exciting happens during the night, I will just do some sort of jump cut and it's gonna be morning. Let's see, people always do that on like YouTube and stuff. They jump and then it's a different thing. Let's see if we can do that. We are back and it is now morning. Nothing exciting happened during the night. So I think the plan is now to go out and explore a little bit. We're gonna run back towards the shipwreck and hopefully find some fun and good interesting things. I don't necessarily plan on going to fight anything right now. It just looks like there is fire in the sky right there. Oh my god. But look how pretty this game is with the light just streaming in through the trees. I love it. It is so pretty. Spring in this game, I mean, you can't beat this. It's pretty good. We don't really have a good like weapon to bring, so I will just have my axe out just in case we encounter like a wisp or something. It's just a little bit easier to get rid of them like that. And I assume there will be some, oh, this looks like a good place for fishing because there's like a fishy thing here and out there when we get to that. And look, all the wisps. Did I predict it or did I predict that? Or have I just played this game too much? Let's not talk about that because we don't want to talk about how many hours I spent on this game. And they are good for fiber at least, which we can always use. Later on it might be useful to put down a resource marker over here just because all the food that's spawning here. Let's just pick not all the fiber we see, but some of it. We might as well. And is this a small cemetery? Oh, something's coming for me. Yep, I think it is. Let me just, come on. Yep. No, run away, little girl, run away. Oh, he's still chasing me. Still chasing me. You can stop now. Thank you. At least we got it on the map. That was kind of the point. To be fair, I didn't see him being this close to me. Before suddenly there he was. Is this a shipwreck? Not like the one we arrive on, but those where there's a boss. Come on. Yep. That is good to know, because that mini boss, he hits like a truck. Like he's taking me out several times in my other game because I wasn't really prepared for him. But when you do take him out, you can use the stone he drops to make an altar. What are they called? Like a water runestone, I guess, from this guy, and that is really good for training weapons, because it kind of boosts your weapon skill for a while. So because we are in this special kind of game where we won't get attacked too much, and there was a small spire, training our combat skills is a little differently, and we do want to go out and kill some stuff at some point, I would assume. That's kind of the point of this specific game. So just running around a little aimlessly here, trying to explore the map. I was kinda hoping to find a wolf or a den, maybe. Just again, because we're not getting attacked by wolves randomly, it would be nice to know where they are so we can go and farm them for leather, and also for that ritual boss thing again. Normally you can see the wolf art dens on the map if you're lucky, because they're kind of in the woods, but it's very round circle. But sometimes you just suddenly come across them and whoa, there they are. So I guess we'll see if we suddenly encounter some. This potentially could be, but I'm not sure. But let's have a sneak peek, run through here and see if we can find some wolves. Not really. It's a very big and open field here though, in case we decide to make a ginormous village at some point with just like hundreds of villages. I guess we need all this space. I don't know if there's actually a limit for how many you can have. I don't know. That might be interesting to look into at some point, just for funsies. And this looks like a wolf or den, what we are looking for. Not gonna fight them right now, obviously. I don't even have a real weapon on me, so that would be real dumb. But we just wanted it on the map. And I kind of been waiting to do this all winter in the game, because going out to do this in freezing weather is just not a good idea. Maybe if we just slowly start heading back towards the village. We have seen some good stuff. We know where to go for a fight if we want it. I wouldn't mind taking out those wolves kinda soon-ish, and then maybe the shipwreck for that boss. However, again, disclaimer, I have tried him before and I sucked at it. I was so bad at killing him. I think he took me out like 3 or 4 times before I finally took him down. So yeah, that was a little bit embarrassing. I was glad that was not a video, to be fair. But I guess in a maybe, probably not this episode, but maybe 1 or 2 ahead, we can go and have a look at him and see if we can do it. And we have some smokers. Nature's crazy mutant, yeah, rabbit thingy. The first time I saw these in a game, I was like, what is that even? Because it was kind of nighttime and they were just standing outside of my village, and I was like, what are those? Are they what? And you know, when they get on their hind legs and they're just standing there, I was like, are they attacking me? What is happening? So far I really like this map. It has a lot of big open areas, which is just really nice. It seems like this just goes on forever basically, and where we are building is also big and nice. So in case I didn't mention this before, I'm not sure if I did, the seed is just called Girly Pop, which is just something I thought would be fun to type in and see if it would give me a good map. And it kind of did. I think we have another wolf den, which is a lot closer to my village, but sometimes when you find them, they are not active. So I haven't seen any wolves here. They could be running around. Sometimes you find them and they aren't really active, and they just don't ever become active. We're running the wrong way here. No comments about girls and directions, okay? I am the worst person in the world to find directions in real life. People are like, you've been living in the city for like years. How are you confused about where to go? Like, I don't know. I can't find my way, okay? I don't have a car, so I'm used to walking everywhere. And walking around and driving is just not the same experience, because on foot you can just, make small you can make shortcuts everywhere that I can't do in a car. So yeah, there is that. Okay, so this was a pretty good day of running around and exploring. I am actually very happy I did that, just to get a little bit of a feel for where we can go and farm some stuff we might want in the not too far away future. I do feel like it would be beneficial to craft myself a little weapon before we do that, though, just for survival reasons. I feel like I should definitely have picked up more fiber we saw on the way, though, because this was clearly not enough. And why are you complaining? Oh, you're homeless. Yeah, you couldn't find anything. Well, okay, I will chop down some trees for you, I guess. And here we go. I chopped down a bunch of trees for them, so hopefully they can use that for a while. So we don't have to listen to them complain too much about everything all the time. And now we just need a whole bunch of bark, which I guess should also be lying around, since we just chopped down a bunch of trees. I just realized that I turned this house the wrong way. So the front of the house is facing away from the road, which, we'll just take as a ocean view instead, because then when they come out of the house, they have this beautiful ocean view or something. I don't know what happened with that. You guys could have said something when I placed that house down. That's my bad. But at least this guy will have a place to live, so he can stop complaining about being homeless. So he can go and sleep in here, and we might as well just place down those 2 extra beds while we're at it. Wow, I'm pressing everything that I'm not supposed to right now. Here we go. 1 bed and another one. Might as well pin those just so see. Actually, maybe I should just go and pick up that thatch right away, because for some reason villagers cannot figure out how to do that, or maybe I can't figure out how to get them to do that. But even if I have a resource marker like right on top of it and they are supposed to pick it up, yada yada, they just don't for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments, because it's driving me insane. And let's just whack you a little bit. It's not so bad right now in the early game, but later on you have buildings that need like a lot of this, and I kind of have to run back and forth to gather all the time, because I can't get my villagers to actually pick it up for me. I know you can also farm it later on, so then it, like, the issue goes away, obviously, because the farm can just produce it. It's gonna annoy me forever this house is facing the wrong way, but I also don't want to fix it right now, because that villager really needs that place to sleep so he's not homeless. So potentially we'll fix it at some point, or maybe it's just gonna be like, a little charming mistake, I guess. Actually, this is gonna be very annoying. I can't even get up here. Can we actually level this out a little bit? I'm really bad with doing this, by the way. So yeah, because then it's like invalid, and I don't want that. And now I'm just making it so much worse, I feel. Now we kind of just have this annoying thing happening here. I don't want that. It's because it's too close to the house. I mean, okay, that was a little better. I feel like I'm just making this a whole lot more worse now than it's supposed to be. So that's bad. I have never been good with this, and I should probably watch a video of how to do this better, because I kind of just always end up making it a whole bunch worse. See, now it gotten even worse. Oh my god, I'm just gonna leave this for now before I drive myself insane with that. That's just annoying. I wish you could just get villagers to take care of that, actually. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I can do, however, is finish this watchtower. And I think I touched upon that in a previous episode, that we don't actually need these as much because we are not having invasions, but because the structures are defenseless and we don't have any walls, they're gonna keep complaining and the morale is gonna be bad. So that's why it sometimes makes sense to just be like, okay, fine, whatever. We'll assign someone to take care of this at some point. At least now it says some of my buildings are protected. The watchtower doesn't take into account all of them, and we do have a big area we're working with here. So it will still be like complainy, but it's gonna help when they sleep at least, and then we're gonna just assign someone to have that shift at some point. So yeah. Kind of one of those work with what you got situations, I think. And the game just really can't take into account that we don't need protection from big bad guys, because there are no big bad guys happening right now. But anyway, I was gonna make myself a weapon. I kind of want something better. We do have the mine up and running. I think at least they're doing stuff in here. Yeah, they did actually do a little bit of stuff. Not too much, but a little bit, I guess. So now we're getting to that part where we actually need to be able to make something with the stuff we get in the mine, like, you know, weapons and stuff. Which means we will need a second workshop hut, so we can get the blacksmith and carpentry up and running. Because when we get that, we kind of reach the point where it feels like we are having a real little village happening. So we are going to be ending the episode here, I think, because then the next episode can start when I'm done building this. So that will make sense, and then we can go kill some wolves next time. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe and share it and all those good things, because it really helps me and the channel out. So I hope you're having a good day. See you next time. Bye.